Alright guys, my bad. I don't want to get this channel banned, man. So I said the J word and I was talking. I need to calm down on my energy because I be saying certain things and I'm not trying to get this channel flagged. So I need to be more careful what I gotta say. Yeah, fat ass, stink looking ass bitch. And you know that motherfucking bicycle seat stinks. That shit probably smell like some old ass fish shit and fucking some sour ass fucking eggs or some shit. Like, you know that shit stink with her fat ass on that shit. Nasty stink fat ass bitch. I hate these fucking bots out here, man. They walking around thinking like they somebody, like bitch riding a fucking bicycle. How the fuck you look like you in your 40s? You still riding a bicycle? There ain't nothing wrong. There ain't nothing wrong with riding a bicycle and being 40. If you breatharian or you on some spiritual mission and you on some fucking shit, then shit, it don't matter, nigga. But yeah, I'm through with this world, man. I'm just talking my shit this live stream. This video ain't really about nothing. This video really ain't about nothing. I'm just talking my shit in this live stream. Yeah. My only mission in life right now is to become a breatharian. That's my only mission in life. So if you're not on that breatharian path, if you're not into health, healing, and taking care of the body, then get the fuck off my page because that's the most important thing to me. I can't speak for everyone else, but that's the most important thing for me. So this is all I'm about. This is what I do, and anybody who wants to be on this journey with me, you can come along and shit. And I'm gonna be documenting my doing. I already been doing it, but is what it is. I'm gonna wait for some people to get in the room before I start. Yeah, but I'm gonna drop the link if anybody wants to join the Sunday night. I know there should be some people like maybe they want to join. I don't know. Yeah. All right, what's good, everyone? Yeah, I'm about to drop the link if anybody wants to join. It's just gonna be a Q&A live stream. I'm gonna go in on a few topics. Don't really have nothing to speak about. Um, I was gonna I had made a previous live stream. Like, I have to calm down how I speak because I don't want to get this channel taken away. So I'm gonna have to like kind of tone down my energy because I be kind of because I said a few things in my live stream and I'm hoping that, like, well, not the live stream I did, but I said something. So that's why I had to remove my other live stream because I said the J word and I used it with profanity. So I don't know if these niggas is hella tripping over that. And I'm not trying to really like get too, because at the end of the day, like, I'm trying to keep this motherfucking channel. To be honest, I'm not trying to get this shit taken away from me. But yeah, I'm just chilling right now, man. I'm just chilling. I left the post on my community tab, and I said that manifestation is all bullshit. That's pretty much what the post said. I forgot what the post said. I'll look it up right now. I said, no such thing as manifesting. It's called working hard. If I was wrong, then everybody would have been everyone would have been had everything they wanted in life. That statement speaks so much truth because we got a lot of bozos out here that like to assume for themselves and like to tell other people, which is nothing but projection. Because how can you tell anybody that they're manifesting? Bitch, if you think you're manifesting, then you're manifesting. Don't sit there and say that you're we're all mana. No, we're not all, nigga. You manifesting because that's your own little bullshit delusions. But I ain't manifesting. Everything that I've gotten, I worked hard. If I found $100 on the ground, what are you gonna say? Oh, God is looking out for you, or the angels got your back. Nigga, shut your ass up. Do you know who invented money? Do you know who invented money? Do you know whose face is on that money? Do you know all the witchcraft and rituals they've done on that fucking dollar bill? So you're going to tell me that that's a blessing that somebody put that there? No, bitch. Whatever energy work I was doing mentally, I manifested that. And the reason I not even manifest, like I say, like I even have to break the programming because certain shit I used to actually be telling you guys about manifesting, but that's not what it is. All the energy work that I did behind closed doors is what brought me to get to that point. That energy work that I did, it didn't take manifesting. It took hard work. So if that's what it took to get myself into position to get the energy to be able to attract that situation, then what the fuck is manifesting? Manifesting is something that is magical, something that a snap of a finger, some shit you seen on Aladdin and they fucking brought the goddamn genie out of nowhere. That's magic. That's manifesting. He manifested 3 fucking wishes. That's manifesting. Hard work is not manifesting. That doesn't make any sense. Because when you're working hard, you're working hard. There's no manifesting. Manifesting is something that's like a genie. It comes as a snap of a finger. Last time I checked, ain't nothing helping me. Ain't nothing just came out of the snap of my finger. And anything that I do get, fuck the whole magical shit, but look at it like this. All the shit people say they manifested is demonic. Oh, I want to get a Lambo. I want to get a car. I want to get this. What the fuck does that shit do? What's that? What's so important for that? Why do you need that? It's not like you're creating a situation where everybody is aware of the corruption and we're able to evolve collectively and individually. You're not saying that. You're saying, oh, I got this Lamborghini, I got this house, all of this shit that these people who run the world, I don't want to say the name, but you guys know what I'm talking about. They're the reasons. So what the fuck are you talking about? Like, it doesn't make sense. So what about all these other people? Like, there's millionaires out here that are successful and they're rich and they be trafficking people and they be selling dope and they be robbing and stealing. Are they blessed? Did they manifest that? They worked hard for that shit. Somebody who's selling dope, somebody who's human trafficking, somebody who's doing illegal shit, that's tough. That's hard. Just because it's crime, you want to think that, oh, it's easy, they got it lucky. If that was the case, then there would be more people rich and successful. Everything takes work and hard. There's people out here who are on the streets who don't have shit, who would do whatever it takes to get $1. You think if they had a way to scam and do some credit card scheme, they'll do it, but it ain't easy. Otherwise, everybody will be doing it. Duh, the fuck? These niggas is stupid out here. So everything takes hard work. Even if you want to be a criminal, it takes hard work. That's why you don't see that many criminal millionaires. Everybody in the hood ain't a dope dealer who's fucking like, what's that nigga's name? All these Freeway Ricky Ross and all these other niggas out here that fucking, what's that nigga's name? What starts with an A? Alonzo or some shit. Whatever. All these dope dealers, ain't nobody. There's millions of people in the hood, thousands of niggas in the hood. But why isn't everybody on that type of level where they selling dope and they're that big top dog and they running shit? Because it takes some type of hard work. And hard work takes in it to even be able to have the ability to um execute hard work takes energy work. You can't even, a lot of you guys think working hard is something that you just have. No, you have to work hard. You have to put in energy work to work hard. You can't just fucking work hard. If that was the case, everybody will work hard. Working hard is something you have to obtain, and you obtain that by doing the energy work and going through instances where you don't want to be, you don't have it in you to work hard, but you still do it. Then once you be on that path, then you're able to open up the gates to be able to work hard. And then you take the hard work, and then that's when you execute it in life and get what you want. This is why you see a lot of lazy people. Nobody wants, a lazy person doesn't want to be lazy. You think, because when you're lazy, you don't get shit. Everybody wants shit. Everybody wants, but why doesn't everyone have? Because they're lazy. They're not putting in work. It's not that they don't want to put in the work. They wish they could, but they can't. So since they can't, because they don't want to do the work, they want to hope and they want to manifest. This is why everybody plays a fucking lottery and shit, because they've given up on trying to obtain the energy to obtain the ability to work hard. So they just say, I can't do it because it's too much energy I got to do to get to the point where I can work hard to get what I want. So let me just try to win the lottery, because nothing is given to you for free. Even when you see somebody who wakes up in the morning and they get up and they go out and they have 3-4 businesses, to get to that point where they had the drive and the motivation, it took energy work. You can't just you don't just like get shit. I don't care what it is. You guys think I'm just talking about money and material. This is down to hard work, happiness, peace, clarity of mind, clarity of all of that. You have to put in energy work. That costs money, not just the Lambo, not just money. Because to be honest, clarity of mind, peace, and your drive to want to accomplish, that is more valuable than anything material. Because with that, because when you get something material, you can lose it. Not only that, when you get something material and you lose it, guess what? If you're not spiritually strong, you're gonna be like these dumbass niggas who jump off a building, who fucking lose money in the stock market. Like that one fucking kid, he killed himself. He had a Robinhood account. This nigga killed himself because it was a glitch, and all his money on his portfolio, it went to zero. But it was a glitch, and he lost like 700,000. But it was a glitch, so they gave it back. But he killed himself. See, that person didn't need that money, because that money just, you see what I'm saying? But if you have all the important things necessary before money, then if you got $1 million and you lost it, who gives a shit? You can make it again. And even if you don't make it again, nigga, you already peaceful, sound within yourself and your spirit, and you already know the plan. So you already know what time it is. So who gives a fuck? If you get it, you get it. If you don't, then it wasn't meant to be. Who gives a shit? And that's how it's supposed to be. Don't worry about all this other shit. This is why all that manifesting shit that you hear all these niggas talking about on the internet, a lot of these niggas, they're not spiritual. A lot of these niggas, they were in, because a lot of you guys think that a nigga who's into real estate or who's making money or who's into trading forex and crypto, a lot of people like to think these people are spiritual because they have like a fucking lotus flower or a goddamn Fibonacci sequence in their background, and then they say certain keywords like namaste and chosen one, and you think they're spiritual. Like, bitch, that has nothing to do with it, because if it has something to do with it, that means every single person who has money should be spiritual, which that's not the case. You see human traffickers, you see dope dealers, you see people who rob, and they're doing way better. So that doesn't mean shit. The reason that they say that, because it's a selling point and it allows them to sell their products, because there's a lot of dumbass people who they buy into it. But another thing, a lot of these people are also, they're very insecure. They need that money. If you took money, a lot of these rich people, this is why every time they get triggered, they have to go to their money. Any rapper or any celebrity who brings money to their face and calls somebody broke when somebody talks shit to them, these are the first people that would kill themselves if they lost their money. Whatever makes you happy, whatever makes you so happy that you need, is the same thing that's going to have you destroyed or make you kill yourself when you lose. Always keep that in mind. The same thing that makes you happy and the same thing you have to run to brag about is the same thing that will make you lose your mind and kill yourself if you lost it. So all these rappers like, oh, you broke, you don't got no money, you did. If that rapper lost the money, if that J word man came and took the money, them niggas would be. Remember R. Kelly, that nigga crying on the whole TV and shit? Because that J word man took all his power away from him. That nigga's crying now. All these rappers and celebrities, they be crying like little bitches, just like that nigga. Some of them won't cry in public. They're not gonna cry in public. Like P. Diddy, his ass probably crying in the back. But like they can't, because that's what made them. That's their identity, that money. And then when that J word takes that when that J word takes that money, I just say the fallen spiritual race. When the fallen spiritual race takes the money, then they don't have no identity. So always keep that in mind. Somebody who puts so much prestige into the external and they make it their identity, that same thing, if it was taken for them, they will kill themselves and or lose their mind if that was taken away from them and they couldn't get it back. This is why it's always good to do the internal work. So by the time you get the shit, but the way you got in it, it was in a way where if you lost it, you know you can get it again. You see what I'm saying? Because on the process of you working on self, you obtained all of that shit that everybody works so hard to get. The demonic way. So when you lose it, it's not really a big deal because you know you can get it. But when they lose it, it is a big deal because they may not even be able to get it again. Or it's not even about getting it again. It's about they won't even be happy even if they didn't have it. See, if you can't be happy with nothing, you ain't gonna be happy with everything. Because eventually everything that you have is gonna tarnish. It's gonna decay. The novelty is gonna wear off. And that's how your ass gonna end up a dope head like these fucking celebrities and shit, because the novelty wore off and they don't have they're too stupid to go within and do the work because they think they know everything. So the novelty wore off and they don't know the novelty wore off. They don't know. They just think that they're just not feeling right, so they got to keep buying shit, and then the buying shit don't, so they got to go do drugs. Or some of them, it's more subtle. They'll just do a whole bunch of movies and do a whole bunch of external things and it looks good, but the thing about that is if you use the external too much to max your emotions and make it look like everything is good, then that's when something external is gonna fuck you up. So you'll see these people like, look at this rich person, look at this person, they're happy, and this person's a demon and he's happy. This person has money and they're happy. They are happy, but when you're happy and you're not supposed to be happy, this is where external things fuck you up. Like you may get in a car wreck, or you may end up getting sued, or something's got to happen to make you feel unhappy. Sometimes some people need to feel unhappy. Sometimes you need to feel unhappy. You don't need, somebody just went and slaughtered a whole bunch of people and they're happy that they did it. They don't need to feel happy. You want to correct that by locking them up or fucking killing them or making them pay. So some people, they don't need to feel happy. So if you're happy and you're not supposed to feel happy, this is where all you stupid niggas talk about, oh, I've been gang stalked. Or why are they fucking with me and you don't know who it is? Who's fucking with you? You don't know who it is. That's the energy that's telling you like you ain't supposed to get it. Because your ass was too happy when you weren't supposed to be fucking happy. See, you gotta really like think deep here. See, if you just listen to what I say and like work on self and learn how to just be the best version of self, then you don't have to go through all this mess. Save you a lot of time. So it is what it is. And then niggas have the audacity to say that that's all they manifested all of that shit. But they know good and time fucking well that if they lost all that shit, they'll be crying. They'll be upset. They'll be angry. I'm not saying you shouldn't be angry when you lose something, but that's their identity. They're going to feel like they lost a part of themselves. Whereas you just lost some shit that you had. You don't feel, do you feel upset when you lose a penny? You don't, because you don't give a fuck. But why, when there's more money, you care? But it's still the same thing. It's still money. If anything, the fucking penny should be worth more, because a penny is actually like a copper. It's a metal. It's not copper now, but it's a hard substance. The dollar is a piece of paper, which is more like, you see, it has more weight to it, a coin, than a piece of paper. So if anything, that would be more. But so it's all a psychological thing if you really look at it. Or you lose a dollar, but you don't care. But then you lose $100, you care. But yet it's both printed on paper. So it's all psychological. So you just gotta understand like how this shit is, man. Like that's all. Like me, like nothing really fucking stresses me out. Really, the only thing that stresses me out would be like if I'm going through health issues or something, and that's correlated because anytime I'm going through a health issue, I know I'm off my spiritual path. So, because my whole spiritual path is correlated to health. That's how I manifest. If I'm not making no money, it's because of my health. Like I had to just like that's why I'm so hard at this breakdown because this is my spiritual path. This how this makes me. And when I say money, don't make me. I don't like to put like money is so important. I just say that because I know a lot of people. You guys give a fuck about money and shit like that so much. So I say it to get your attention. But when I say money, don't think that I give a fuck about this shit to the point where I'm doing all this for money. No, I'm not doing all this. I'm doing this because I want to do it. Not even I'm supposed to. It's like I want to fucking do it. A lot of you niggas are supposed to do shit and you think that you don't want to do it. But that's mind control. Like a lot of you niggas, I don't want to eat this. I don't want to eat healthy. I want to just live a normal life and fucking go to some bullshit job and come home and just play video games and have fun. And you think that's what you want. That's not what the fuck you want. You've been mind controlled to want that. All these niggas talk about, mind control. Everybody's mind control is cheaper. Nigga, you're mind control. You're mind control to fucking eat all this garbage and eat all this shit. I went to Tokyo years ago. This is back in 2011. I went to Tokyo and I remember they had seaweed chips. And everybody was eating that shit. And I was like, why the fuck is everybody eating seaweed chips? And my uncle was like, oh yeah, they eat this shit here. And I didn't like it, but everyone liked it here. But I bet if I brought some of those people to America and I gave them like pork skins or fucking what shit people eat here that they don't eat there, they'll say it's disgusting because they've been mind controlled and programmed to eat whatever that is. So you gotta know like everything is mind control. Even the shit you desire right now, all the crap you play and even the video games and all the movies, all that shit is all mind control. They mind control you through the video games and everything. Every single video game and movie is Masonic. This is why I can't play any of them anymore. I used to love RPGs and shit, especially like Elder Scrolls and all that. But once I started becoming aware, like I can't even play the game no more because everything's Masonic. Every single name, every single fucking the name of the sword, the name of the gun, and the story, the all the like conversations, all Masonic, and it's all fucking like I can see like how they're trying to program people, and it's like I can't even play, I can't even enjoy the shit no more. That's why I don't even watch TV or like I don't watch nothing. I just can't watch it. Like it's just fucking like it's trash. That's why I'd be like, how do these motherfuckers be watching all this shit? But like they're programmed, they're not aware. They're not aware of like what's going on. So like I understand because they're new spirits. And just because you're a new spirit, because a lot of niggas on here will tell you like, oh, being a new spirit is somehow good. And no, being a new spirit is the same as being an old spirit. In terms of good things and bad things can happen. You don't think because you're an old spirit only bad things can happen, or when you're a new spirit only good things. No, it doesn't matter. You could be if anything, when you're a new spirit, you make mistakes more. So this is why you may see a dude just go to the mall and kill everybody, or you may see somebody go and rob a whole bunch of banks and then they get caught. He didn't think he was going to get caught because when you're a new spirit and you're fucking stupid, you think you have 100% free will. So you think, well, they're never going to catch me, but you don't understand that there's a greater energy not a greater, but this is not your world. So this is not just your world. You have parts in making you. It's not yours completely. So there's other energies that could influence you unknowingly to get your ass in a position. You don't have 100% free will. So a lot of these new spirits come up in here thinking that, oh, I can do whatever the fuck I want to do. And then they go and then they learn the hard way. So now they in jail for like 20-some-thousand years. Or they may fucking end up getting beat the fuck down and killed in a horrendous way because they made a mistake because they're a new spirit. But as an old spirit, we made those mistakes before. So we're in a better position because we know not to do. This is why we have more discernment, because we know not to do certain shit so we don't make those fucking mistakes again. Whereas they don't have to make those mistakes, but most of the time they're going to, because as a new spirit, you make dumbass mistakes. We've already been there, done that. So we like, okay, we already did that shit, nigga. I could just chill. Not even that we're chilling, but even the mistakes we make, because we're all gonna make mistakes, but the mistakes we make, when we make a mistake, we know that it's a mistake and we know how to tackle it. When a young spirit makes a mistake, they think the world is after them most of the time, or they don't understand what's going on. So the mistake piles up and it gets worse and it gets worse. So don't make people think, oh, we're old, because at the end of the day, being an old spirit has its goods and bads, and being a young spirit has its goods and bads. But at the end of the day, what you need to understand is an old spirit, we can be in a negative position and still be headstrong because we know what to do. Whereas a young spirit, they may be in a negative position and may not know what to do. So it's more catastrophic. That's why, like, nobody can make me depressed. Nobody can make me the only thing that makes me depressed is me getting off my spiritual path. So when I'm on my path, there ain't no stress. I don't give a fuck. Even if something negative happens, I know I'll just ride it out. I get through it. You see what I'm saying? So like, I'm too smart to be depressed. Like, see what the fuck I talking at and all this shit. Like, how the fuck am I gonna get depressed? Even if I do, because I'm not saying, oh, I'm exempt. When I do, I feel it and then I move the fuck on. You gotta move the fuck on. Like, I remember niggas used to tell me back in the day, oh, you scared? Are you scared? And or people would just tell me, you scared? Like it's an insult. Or I hear other people tell people, oh, you're scared to do that. Like it's wrong to be scared. And it's like, yeah, I am scared. But when I'm scared, I may do some drastic shit that you may look at as not me thinking that I'm brave. Because if I'm scared, that's going to give me the fire to actually do something that you're going to look at me like you didn't think I was going to do. So yeah, I am scared. And there's nothing wrong with feeling scared. It's about what you do after being scared. There's plenty of times in my life I've been scared as fuck to do something, but I still did it. And while I was doing it, in my mind, I was like, ah! But I just did it. And then eventually I got through it. It's just like, you niggas who watch porn, or you niggas who smoke weed. When you're smoking weed or watching porn, it feels good. Then when you're done, you can't go back 10 minutes later and grab the feeling. You can't go back in the past and grab the feeling and bring it right now. You have to do the experience again. So it's the same thing with fear. You feel scared, but just go through it, and eventually it's gonna end. It's the same thing. So like, it is what it is. Yeah, I'm scared, nigga. Nothing wrong with being scared. Nothing wrong with feeling emotion. It's what you do after you feel the emotion. That's the problem. What you do after you feel the emotion. A lot of you guys are probably embarrassed at the thoughts you have. Oh, did I think that? Imagine if this person thought that, knew that I thought this, and like, this. Who gives a fuck, nigga? Nothing wrong with it. Like, who gives a you're not even your thoughts. You're not even the mind. So why do you give a fuck? It's that programming. Nothing wrong with having a thought. Are you acting upon that thought? Is that thought directing your life to be a certain way? Because we all have crazy fucking thoughts. And a lot of you niggas probably be insecure and embarrassed for having certain thoughts, and nobody even can even know about it but you. But you feel a certain way. Or you may have watched some porn, and then you go out in public and you feel insecure. Like, ain't nobody know you watch porn, but you feel insecure still. How the fuck that makes sense? That's a problem. You need to fix that. I'm not saying go out and watch porn, but you guys get what I'm saying. Like, that's insecurity right there. That showed you how deep the mind control is, how they want you to feel. This showed you that how they're trying to tap into the mind to get people to want to think a certain way. And that's how it creates all these bots. And they all act all the way because they get you scared of yourself. They get you embarrassed of yourself, insecure yourself. Shit's crazy. We live in a fucking crazy world. And the thing is, you want to recognize these problems and you want to learn how to attack them head on. You want to recognize them and attack them. So I'm not saying you shouldn't feel these ways. In order to actually heal them, you got to feel them. And then once you feel them, then you know that okay, I'm not gonna think like that. Because sometimes some of you guys need to understand that a lot of thoughts, a lot of repetitive thinking, and a lot of anger and triggers, you can't actually get rid of those unless you do qigong, yoga, or fasting. And that's how it was for me. I'm speaking for everyone, because even when I see people in my life who aren't even into what I'm doing, they do these things and it actually works. So a lot of these triggers and insecurities, they're stored within the nervous system and they're blocked, and you have to release them. So they're going to be on repeat until you release them. This is why you can't think yourself into depression free. You can't think yourself into being happy. You can't think yourself. You got to actually do the work. And what my work, the work, not even my, this is the work. Qigong. I'm gonna stop pretending like this is something that if it applies to you. This is something that applies to everyone, because at the last time I checked, everybody has a fucking human body. Everybody has fingers. Everybody has a spine. Everybody has we all have this shit. So I'm not gonna act like this doesn't apply. This does apply. Because everything I'm talking about is to your senses. It's not like I'm talking about Forex trading and how to get your portfolio and how to remove your stop and resistance and do all these jibble jab. It's not like I'm talking about that shit. If you don't have a stock market account, then it doesn't apply to you. But what I'm saying applies to you, because we all have our stock market account, the body, aka body. So it does apply to you. So I'm gonna stop playing these fucking games like, oh, what I'm saying doesn't apply. And nah, I'm not. It does apply. Qigong, fasting, yoga, that's going to remove all triggers, blockages, and get you into supreme optimal health. I'm not saying don't take herbs. Take herbs, but herbs should be something you're healing, like if you have an infection, a virus, or something that's very fatal instantly. Then take herbs. But as far as getting the body healthy and healed, Qigong, fasting, and yoga, that's all you need. If you want to do it, if you're scared to do it, or it's too uncomfortable because you want to be comfortable and you need to eat something and you want to make excuses, then you can say that that's not how you do it and I need to go and I need to eat 1,000 strawberries. But when they put pesticides on the strawberries and they raise the inflation on strawberries, shut the fuck up and don't come to me complaining, oh, they need to, they're banning strawberries, or they're making laws where you can't grow food in your backyard. Hey, shut your ass up, nigga. Nobody's telling you have to do that. I'm not telling you niggas to just all of a sudden tonight just stop eating, but it should be a process where we're working towards that, and eventually we're gonna get to that state. And one thing everybody can do is eat one meal a day. That's the thing anyone can do. Even a fucking toddler can do that shit. It's just we program people. They program you from birth to start eating. If you don't believe me, go to Walmart, go to Target, and go to the baby food section. They don't have fucking a steak dinner. They have baby food. Do you eat baby food? I don't eat baby food. You don't eat baby food. So why the fuck do they have big? It's for babies. Do you give baby? Even when you look at 8-year-olds and they have kids meal? They don't get to say it's a kids meal. Baby food, a kids meal, and then they have the value meal, which is for adults. So that they're because your body's not meant to be eating this shit. It's something that you're trained to do. This is why when you get shot in the neck or some niggas get paralyzed, they have to learn how to eat again. I don't even want to say that, because you can learn how to do anything because your nervous system, but there's certain conditions where they have to teach you how to eat again. That has nothing to do with being paralyzed. But because when you're paralyzed, obviously you're going to need to learn. But there's certain diseases where you have to learn how to eat. You can't keep your food down. They have to train, just like they train you to walk, because when you were born, you didn't know how to walk. They train you to eat. So eating is our learned habit. And as you get older, you start eating more and more, and then this is when you start stress eating. This is why they have a such thing called stress eating, because if you're not stressed, then you won't be stress eating. So you must have had to been stressed before you started stress eating. So that tells you that eating is a learned habit, because from the habit of eating, you can develop other habits within that habit, such as stress eating. Just like somebody who's not stressed, they don't need to eat as much. Somebody who has more energy within them, they don't need to eat as much. You see how like I break this shit down so it makes sense to everyone? Like, you don't need anything. And when I say anything, and when I say this, I'm speaking to who resonates. Because there are some people who will argue that, oh, we came down here and to do this and do that. You came down here to do that. Don't put that shit on me. You came here to do that. If everyone thought like you, then there will be no people who actually that you can look at the real world that are breatharian, that fucking traveled hundreds and thousands of miles on foot, living in tents in the wilderness. There wouldn't be examples of that I fucking seen in my goddamn life, based upon having energy. Not that they've done some type of like shit where they were able to, it's not like some like working out or they worked out or took a medicine and they got, no, they developed the internal energy by doing the exercises and the energy exercises, qigong, yoga, fasting, having to do that energy exercise, yoga, fasting, breath work, qigong, that's energy exercise. Then you have fasting and then you have yoga. Put all of those four together, actually all those three, because energy exercise is one. Put all those three together, then that's the only medicine you need. The reason you don't hear people speak about it is because the society we live in is not conducive to that. It's not conducive. You have to go to work 9 hours. You don't even work for 8 hours. You actually work for like 10 hours, depending on if you commute. And probably 10 hours and 15 minutes, because if you go to work an hour to work and an hour back, that's 2 hours. So you're working 8 hours plus those, that's 10 hours, 15 minutes. Because when you get home, before when you take off all your clothes or you get ready, you wash your face and you just relax and sit, that takes about 15-20 minutes. So that time right there, you could have done a whole qigong session. But just the time that you get home and you get in the house, put all your stuff down, wash your face, wash your hands, take your shoes off and relax and put your phone on the charger, do all that shit, that's like 20 minutes, 30 minutes. You see what I'm saying? That's a qigong session. You see, when you look at time on that magnitude, you see how much time you're fucking wasting. Just little things like that. So it's like, this shit's crazy. People waste so much time. So no one can be a breatharian. Nobody can really do this because everyone is so busy and crunched on time, and it, don't even have fucking children. That's that's crazy. But it's possible. There's this one dude. His name is Jesse Tree. I'll give him a shout out because he's on that liquidarian, breatharian, and I respect the actions. Not just somebody who has knowledge. He actually has the actions behind it. He's a fucking idiot, obviously, when it comes to spiritual knowledge. And I'm just being honest, but I respect the action, and I'm not gonna talk down upon that. But when I watch this nigga's videos, this nigga, like, he has kids, a family, and he dry fasts 23 hours a day. And when he eats, I mean, he doesn't even eat, he does liquid. And when he does liquid, he just drinks tinctures and liquid smoothies shit, but mainly tinctures and liquid fruit. And this person has children and a family, and he's doing this shit. So it's like, I'm telling you, like, there's really no excuse. If it's meant to be, you can do it. Some like, a lot of you guys are trying to run away from the pain. You run away from hard problems in life. You you can't do that, because sometimes the spirit deliberately puts a hard problem and wants you to go through it and feel certain discomfort, and you feeling that discomfort is actually you developing the key to open up that gate to your peace and happiness. You have to feel that pain and that discomfort. You can't. A lot of you niggas are trying to find the easy route. Oh, I want to do the shortcut. I want to go this way. I want to do it this way, or I'm gonna do it like this and that, so I don't have to feel as much hard, but I can still get it done. I can still get it done, but I won't feel too much pain, and it won't be too uncomfortable. That's wrong. You're not gonna get it. You're gonna end up wasting time, and then you're gonna when you by the time you think you got there, you're gonna be like, you're not gonna be fulfilled. You're like, what the fuck is going on? Because you didn't go through the pain and the discomfort that was necessary. Like, when I was researching this shit about trading, and I would watch dozens of different traders and their techniques and strategies and how they got into forex, and there's not one motherfucking forex or crypto trader that I've seen and I've listened to, unless they were lying, because everyone can lie. But from what they said, I've not seen one, and I don't know who will lie about this, but I've not seen one that didn't lose tens of thousands or even sometimes millions of dollars on trading. They always went through a time where they lost all their money. Like they made like 100,000, 200, and they lost all of it. And then they were back to square zero, like everyone. And it made me scratch my head and made me think like, and this is not just with money, this is with everything. It made me think like, in order to really reach success, you have to go through like some trial and tribulation and some type of trauma that breaks you down, and you have to work your way up. There's no way to get it. This is why you see very few people get success. This is why you see very few people get success, because nobody wants to go through that. That's what you have to go through. Nothing is free in this reality. Nothing is given to you. Everything you have to work hard as fuck for. This is why I'm telling you, manifesting. No, even all these people that talk about, oh, manifest this, I manifest this, I manifest that. They talk about that, but if you go behind their closed doors, they may not tell you, because a lot of them are insecure. They want to make it look like it's sweet, but a lot of them, if you go behind closed doors, and you actually look at this shit they've been through, they put in a lot of work. They put in a lot of energy work to get to where they got to. They may not know it. Some of them don't even know it. They just were doing it. But there's something that they did, that they put in and went through and had to go through it. And you have to do it. Otherwise, you can't get it up there. And if somehow you're able to sneak by and get through it, because things can happen and you may sneak through it, then you're just going to create a situation where it's going to be hell in the end. So you may lose all that shit, or that shit might fuck with you. Like, it may get you. Like the same money and the same thing you value, it fucks you up. Like somebody ends up killing you because of your money, or they jealous of you and they kill you because you didn't do it the right way. Or when you got it, you were flaunting it and not doing it the right. You weren't doing nothing with the money. You just got the money and just chilled and went on vacation and you had fun. You didn't give back, or you didn't fucking do the spiritual work with the money. So that's when you end up in a scandal or a situation, or you get robbed or something negative, because you were too relaxed with that shit. You were not saying you can't have fun with it, but you just were on chill mode. Because like you said, like this world ain't really a world like you guys think it is. It's not like a world you could just chill and have fun, and you try to get all your desires, and once you get all your desires, you're gonna be at peace. No, that's not how it works. You got to do some work here, and if you don't do it, then your life's gonna be hell, pretty much. Like, a lot of people need to hear this shit, because a lot of you guys niggas are trying to chase some shit that you're never gonna get. Even if you get it, you still didn't get it. That's how deep it is. Even if you got it, you still didn't get it, because you ain't fucking fulfilled from it. I'm gonna read some of these questions. Characteristics and personality of an old spirit. You know a lot of shit. You have common sense. That's a big one. Having common sense. When you have common sense, then it shows you who you are, because you have wisdom, not intellect, but you have wisdom. So this is why you will see a fucking a kid that's like 10, 12, 11, and they're able to like break down more shit and have more wisdom than some of these grown ass adults. It's like, see some niggas that can be able to play a piano at a certain age, or not even piano, but they may be hella good at video games. People say, oh, you play video game, but somebody who's a fucking an MLG professional Halo player, that takes some type of dexterity and skill mentally, and it takes some type of skill. It's not some, so a lot of that shit like you develop through experience. Cause that's why you'll see somebody as young as fuck, and they're like, "How the fuck did this nigga do that?" It's because it took skill. It's just that skill was being expressed through video games, but it could probably have been expressed through other things if it was created. But video game was something that was created by the J word. So it's a man-made creation, and that energy was just being able to be expressed through that energy. But that's the way you could tell, depending on like how young the person is and how much knowledge they have, wisdom. It even gets deeper than that, way deeper than that. But that's like some of the basics. You could even tell by the natal. Well, I don't want to say the natal chart per se, because there could be some aspects in it, because it's the spirit, not the natal chart. So I don't want to say the natal chart, because there could be examples. Like there may be somebody that has my natal chart. Like I know Motherfucker that has my natal, not my natal chart, but he was born the same day as me. Same day, same year. This nigga's a fucking idiot. So it has nothing to do with me. But then I'm sure that the energy behind what this person does in life, it kind of has the same energy the way I do it. So maybe have certain things like me, but they express it through the bot like energy. So they're probably a more intelligent bot amongst all the other bots. You see what I'm saying? I know if it, when you actuate, don't it feel like an earthquake happens to me sometimes? If I'm experiencing an earthquake, or that's what I'm experiencing, then. But if I'm not experiencing it, then that's not what it is. So if you're experiencing, then that's part of your astral projection of you experiencing an earthquake. You were astral projecting about earthquake. If you fail to let go of negative cycles, all the pain and hard work you put in will go out the window. And the next time you F around and procrastinate, exactly, Zila. That's a good ass. Come on, put that up there. Yep. Damn, man, this is some deep shit. This is some deep shit. See, this is what people need to hear. If you fail to let go of the negative cycles, all the pain and the hard work, yeah. So I say, this way you don't want to do it and then stop. You want to keep on doing it so you can relieve, like not have to waste your time and do this shit all over again. Because that's one thing you don't want to do. Because I know I came down here again. I was doing the same thing I was doing in my previous life. It was a different type of energy, but it was the same energy, and I was doing it. And when I remember when I was born in this world, like when I was young, I used to be very angry. I used to just be a demon at school. I slapped the teacher. I used to throw chairs. And I was like 4 years old, and I was cussing in the whole kinder camp. I remember I was throwing chairs at the window. And I remember they had a videotape recorder. I remember seeing that fat ass bitch had a video, you know, the ones you hold like this. She was holding that shit and she was recording me, and I was young. Like, what is she doing? But then I remember my parents. They said that they recorded you because they were taking pictures of me, not recording me, but they had taken pictures because I was so bad, and they didn't really believe I was doing that. Because I used to just do a lot of fuck. So I had an angry spirit coming down here, but now it's like I was able to channel it to do better shit though. I was able to channel it to do different shit. Not better shit, but as I got older, I channeled it to do different shit. Like I'll go out there and try to make some money or hustle, or I'll go out and like try to profit and gain from that anger. But I was doing it the negative way, not the positive way. Now I put that into my becoming a breatharian. I put all that energy into becoming a breatharian. Like I go hard at it. That's why I go hard at it, because this is what I'm passionate about. Anything you do, you want to go hard at it. If you're gonna be a demon, be the baddest fucking demon. I'm not saying be a demon, but if you already choose to be that, be the what are you gonna half-ass it for? It makes no sense. You don't want to half-ass it. Let me see. But it is what it is, guys. Don't take it too serious. Life ain't that serious to be taken. Like another thing, you also want to be, because any of you guys that feel fear or you feel some type of way because of the message, I said that means you have work to do. Because once you actually do the work, then everything I'm telling you, it doesn't bug you because you want to do it. If you have any fear of what I'm saying, that means there's a part of you that actually wants to stay stagnated. Once you fully relinquish all that not giving a fuck and you're all in 100%, then you're gonna be like, you already want to do it. Like it's like me offering you to give you $100. I don't have to convince you to please let me give you, or I'm gonna give you 100. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna drive to your house and I'm no, you're gonna be like, oh, give it 100. Like you're on accordance, you agree. So it's the same thing. If you get the message, that means you're already on accordance. If you have fear, that means you have some ounce of stagnation and bullshit in you, like you're trying to bullshit. You don't want to bullshit. You don't want to bullshit, because that's especially right now where we're in. Because right now we in 2024. This is a fucking very, very like, you got to be a demon in this year. And I don't want to say demon. I don't even say demon, but you want to be very like on your shit and be you. You don't want to be nice. You want to be a demon and use it within reason. Use it within reason. Like you gotta know how to manipulate the energy. You got to be on your shit. You can't be too nice this year, because this year is, we're in a different time right now. Pluto just went into Aquarius right now. So we in a different era. The same shit that was before. It's not gonna happen, and it's gonna keep getting more and more as time keeps going. You're gonna start. This is the time where inflation is gonna reach a point where people are gonna actually be stressed out about it. People aren't stressed out about inflation. They may talk about it on TikTok and make all these little memes and these jokes and dilly dally with the shit, but they're not really, like, it's not a problem. It's gonna start being a problem this year onwards, because we're in a new time. So now everything that needs to be corrected is gonna be corrected. This is why I say, like, we're not real nothing, and we're just in the beginning of it. Nothing is really a problem right now. Yeah, we got corruption and the people. The biggest problem we have is these Masons running this fucking shit right now. That's the biggest problem. We've been had that problem for like thousands of years. We've been at that fucking problem. So that's not new. But all the problems you think that's a problem, oh, inflation, oh, look what they're doing, they're passing this law, the crime rate, oh, these wars, like, shut your ass up, nigga. All of this shit is a result of stupid ass human beings who don't know how to get with the fucking program and wake the fuck up. So blame your fucking self, you dumbass. Don't sit there and, like, we already know. It's funny. Every single time a celebrity does this or does this, everybody in a fucking ugly, old, wrinkly ass fucking mother wants to. That's Illuminati. They're working with the system. Shut the fuck up, bitch. We already know that. But why are they able to keep doing it? Why the fuck are they able to keep doing it if we already know? You niggas already know the answer. So, it's just fucking ridiculous. This shit is ridiculous, man. Like, people need to wake the fuck up. Ain't no problem in this fucking world. Only problem we have is that we got, I can't get too disrespectful. I don't want to remove this channel, but we got these very scummish goblins running this fucking show. We got these goblins. That's the problem. We had that for thousands of years. That's not fucking new. So, shit is crazy. Like, all these stupid sheep, they'll complain about, oh, the gas price. Which the gas price is a problem for people who actually have a purpose and a reason. But if you're just going to work every day and you're not, there's no meaning to your existence but going to work, why do you need gas? The only reason you need gas is because you don't want to feel the discomfort and pain, which that's your problem. Don't project it onto everyone else. So you handle that. You handle that. Fucking idiot. You just want to get gas so you can go to the fucking beach. Go to work. Who gives a shit about that? It's not like, it'd be one thing if everybody was on a mission like me or all these other spiritualists that are actually doing something, and we're trying to change the fucking world or something, and then we're trying to get to this and this and connect, and they were stopping us. That would make sense. We have a right to complain. But if you're just going to work, waking up and taking care of your ugly ass fucking kids, bitch, that's your problem. That ain't my problem. That's your issue. So go and handle it. Find a way and make a way to get extra gas money, bitch. Fuck you. It'd be a different thing if all these people are like, hey, let's wake up. This system is bullshit. And then we started complaining about gas prices. Then that will make sense because we have a reason to. It's an end goal. It's not we just want gas to be cheaper so we can go fuck off more, and we don't want to work so we can fuck off. It's not like we don't want to work so we can create our own business, so we can work on ourselves, so we can create our own system. Is we don't want to work so we can go on vacation and fuck off. Bitch, you need to fucking do what the fuck you gotta do. You need to work that stupid ass job. You need to pay extra taxes. You need to do all that shit because you're fucking useless. You're a useless fuck. And they have the audacity to say, oh, the criminals, they're stealing, they're not providing for us. How the fuck can you provide for society? Society can provide for itself, bitch. Society is providing for you. If anything, that's why your stupid ass has to pay taxes. Because society is providing for you. That's what a tax is. Even though it shouldn't be, you have taxes because society is providing the convenience of getting work, the convenience of having transportation. That's why you have to fucking get a registration, all this shit. So that's why you pay taxes. It's per you. So how do you can't provide for the system? Fucking dumbass. And if you were providing, then why aren't you getting any tax money or any money? They don't give you shit. And any shit they do give you, they make you jump through loopholes to fucking get, and it's some fucking garbage, like fucking $1,200. The fuck is that shit? That ain't nothing. Even if it was $1 billion, that shit ain't nothing. It's a lot of money because we're in a system of everything is everything costs money. But if everything was free and we didn't have money like that, you're not going to be thinking about, I only want to build this car that's going to be worth $50,000 because I can afford it. You're going to build the best car ever. But in capitalism, when you build the best car ever, what that looks like is a fucking $50 million car. So you have to build a piece of shit and then say that it's good and say, oh, it's semi-luxury. It's a BMW that's $80,000, which that's all right, but it's a piece of shit because if you had all the resources, you could just build a fucking $50 million car that's way more powerful than that piece of shit. But you program to think it's nice because you see what I'm saying? It's all a fucking scam. And motherfuckers fight for this bullshit ass system. So technically that money that they have ain't really shit, to be honest. Shit is crazy. Motherfuckers work their whole life, not just they work their whole life away. Like they spend their whole time to get this shit, not knowing how deep the mind control is surrounding the bullshit. That's crazy. Like a 50-year-old nigga will go and sit here and say that, oh, Gen Z, they're lazy, they don't want to work, but they miss the fact that you 50 years old and 85 to 95% of your existence was spent in a fucking cubicle. And you only had 2 days off during those weeks for the past 30, 40 years of your life. They don't look at it like that. Like, imagine if those 30, 40 years you were actually doing something other than working at a cubicle and only having 2 days off on the weekend. And you have the money to sustain yourself. You could have done so much shit. But they don't look at it like that. Because they're fucking programmed. They have to program these niggas. They have to. Because nobody will help build their system. The programming runs deep. The programming has been like this for thousands of years because back in the day, they've been had taxes and people building shit way back in the day. Some of these islands, some of these old ass buildings you see when you go to these historic sites, they were built by fucking slaves, and which is the people that are like us, like working not like me, but like you niggas and people out here who fucking work at this fucking building and go to clock in. Like niggas was clocking in 1,000 years ago, and then they had to build shit and all that raggedy shit that's fucking falling apart that you see as a historical site. They were slaving away to build it. In 1,000 years, they can sit here and say that fucking dirty, funky ass gym next to that Chinese shop, that's a historic site, and they had certain slaves built that. Like it's the same fucking shit. Like they try to make history like it's something special. The more further you go back, the more fucking retarded people are. The more fucking law. That's why they have to like kill people and shit. And they have to like do some, remember like back in the like Renaissance days, they did hella heinous shit and chop people up, and they had, because people were fucking retarded, so they were allowed to do it. When you're a fucking idiot, then you're allowed to do, people are allowed to do stupid shit to you because you're a fucking idiot. Once you demand don't do this shit to me and you wake the fuck up, then they can't do it. The fuck? So if all that shit was happening, that means people were fucking retarded back in the day. It was actually worse back in the day than it is now. I don't know why people don't get it, but say, does weightlifting have any esoteric benefits? No, it doesn't. Anything can have esoteric benefits, but like weightlifting exclusively, like if you want to say it does, you can say anything has it. You can't just say, oh, weightlifting and this doesn't. Because if somebody says that, then I'll be like, how does weightlifting have esoteric? It doesn't make sense. If anything, most people who not, I'm not saying all weightlifters, but majority of people who lift weights, they usually have some type of like inner trauma or inner wound that they need to heal, an insecurity. Because one thing that I've noticed, and I've noticed this because I've seen this plenty of times play out. I remember I was at the gas station one time getting some gas, and there was this smaller dude. He was kind of short, probably like 5'6", 5'7", and there was this big, yoked, muscular dude. And the dude was driving his car, and the short dude walked in front of his car, and then the big dude's like honked his horn, and the short dude's like "fuck you," and then the big dude came out the car like "oh, what you say?" And you could just see it was so fake. Like you can tell that he's very hurt, and he went to the gym and built muscle so he can execute the pain that he felt when he was a kid. Because it's like, it's always a nigga I see with hella muscle that always wants to be like and get all loud, and it's weird. And then the other dude, you could tell the other dude, he was shorter, but me being spiritual and wise, I'm like, that nigga is more of a man than him. The other dude, he's actually a female, because a lot of these niggas, they have a lot of female in them, and they're hella insecure, and they feel, because for some man to have to go out and be hella, I'm not saying there's anything wrong building muscle, but when you build muscle to a point where you're like these bodybuilders, and you're not making, like some of these bodybuilders, they go out, they have their businesses and they're bodybuilding and they make money. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about the nigga who got big ass fucking muscles and he works at T-Mobile. Niggas like that, like, what the fuck you have all that muscle for? He works at a Walmart 9 to 5, and this nigga got muscle. When you see a nigga like that, 9 times out of 10, these are insecure people, and they have to build the muscle to feel strong. So when somebody upsets them, they're gonna be quick to be like, because in their mind, they're like, when I was a kid, when I felt weak in my life, I used to be scared when somebody bigger than me used to do, so I'm gonna do that, and I'm gonna think that that's gonna scare him. But he doesn't know that this nigga can have a gun, this nigga can have a knife, this nigga cannot give a fuck, or maybe you do beat the nigga's ass, but you're still insecure. You still a bitch at the end of the day. And then one day somebody gonna come and they're gonna test you and they're gonna kill you or stab you. So he don't understand that. So this just shows you, like, these niggas, these insecure niggas, man, like they weight lift. And I'm not hating on people who weight lift, but I'm just trying to tell you guys the facts of what is. Like, a lot of people don't want to hear, but like this is the truth. And when I seen that incident happen, like the midget, he's not a midget, but he's like 5'6", 5'7". This nigga, like, you could tell he was all laughing and shit. He wasn't even like tripping, and the dude's all getting all irate. And I'm like, why are you so upset and angry? And like, it just shows how insecure these motherfuckers are. So that's one thing I peeped, and I've seen this numerous times. This was the only time I've seen this. I've seen this plenty of times, numerous times. Different situations that play out differently. I've seen it, and it's so funny because a lot of people, they're hurt, so they need things. Some people, they get muscle. Some people, they get money. Some people even use intellect to act like they know something and shit. Like me, all the shit I talk about to heal and help people. Everything you guys get from me, I don't sit here in my ego and then like try to, because when I'm out here with these bots, I don't try to prove myself, because once I already know who you are and I know what you do, I don't need to prove myself to you, because there's no point, because you don't even know better. Like, if you know better, you do better. A lot of these bots don't know better, so they can't do better. So I don't need to prove myself to these niggas. So, because they don't even know what's going on. They don't know about life. Everything in their mind is from these Masons. So I don't even expect them to understand. So why do I need to prove myself and make them like me? They don't need to like me. It doesn't make sense. So fuck these niggas. You ain't shit to me. And that's how I treat these niggas. And then then sometimes they'll try to get buck and try to say something disrespectful to make you try to feel down, or why don't you do this, or why don't you go work, or why don't you, and it's like, in my mind, I'm like, you don't even know what's going on. You ain't shit. You're not shit to me. Like, the same way a retarded kid will go to a neuroscientist and say, you're dumb. You're a dumb neuroscientist, while slobbering out the mouth, is the same way I look at these bots when they tell me something negative. I'm like, you fucking idiot. You don't even know shit. Like, so whatever you say, it can't offend me. And if it does offend me, it's not because what you said, it's because of something in me that I didn't heal. You see what I'm saying? So it's like you can't do shit. I don't take these serious. Yeah, he said, Zila said, are you a breatharian? I am a breatharian. A breatharian is somebody who eats very little or none at all. I eat very little. I don't eat shit. The only thing I eat is nuts, peanuts, fruits, and if I do eat anything like such as food, it'll be like vegetables that are cooked, rice, beans. So it may have some rice, beans, vegetables, and it may be a little sauteed or whatever. That's what I eat. And I'll eat that every now and then. I'll eat that every day. That's why I showed you niggas my card, the food card I had, food stamp card I had. That shit has almost about to be $1,500 on it. I don't fucking spend money on shit like that. Yeah. But if anybody got any questions, I'm gonna leave the link if anybody wants to join. Yeah. And I've noticed I've been seeing a trend lately of like a lot of these people. You'll see a lot of content creators going on TikTok and quoting. They were like talk over TikTok spiritual videos. Like it's supposed to be some type of cool thing to do, and it's like it's crazy because like every single time I watch these videos, it will always be some bot ass niggas talking about some conspiracy shit. It's like, the typical bot you see at fucking Starbucks or the typical bot you see at your bullshit ass 9 to 5. It's like the typical bot. They will go on because that's all the bots that think they're spiritual. They go to TikTok. So if you want to know what TikTok is, when in terms of the spiritual community, is when you get the average bot in life, and you get the average bot in life, and you give them the platform that they're spiritual and they know spiritual knowledge. That's all TikTok is, because every single person on there is a bot that practices conspiracy theory speeches, and they talk about conspiracy theories or spirituality, and it's all bot like surface level shit. So every single time, like, I've noticed a trend that all of these content creators, what they do is they will talk shit about these bots and how mind control is, the government mind controls people, but at the same time they will watch these TikTok videos, and every single TikTok video I see will be like some CGI shit. Like it's all CGI. Like they'll talk about Anunnakis, or they'll talk about aliens or Galactic Federation, but it would never be an actual Galactic Federation or actual Anunnaki. It's always something drawn. So it's like, and then they talk about it in such a way, and they speak about it in such a way where if you're a dumb fuck and you don't know any better, you'll think it's real. So you'll see a picture of a CGI drawn Anunnaki or an ugly ass bald headed gray, and then you will think it's real based on how they design it. And this is all TikTok is. And you will see other spiritual content creators talking over this like it's true, and giving their 2 cents and opinion on this like it's true. And I'm like, get the fuck out of here, nigga. Like, how you gonna talk shit about it? And all the people that, like, 99% of the people, 95% of the people on TikTok that talk about spirituality are bots. They'll talk about spirituality and all this, and then this next sentence talking about how hopefully the Democrats don't steal the election like they did. Like, shut your ass up, nigga. Shut your stupid ass up. And then these are the same people that these spiritual content creators who think they're spiritual are quoting and shit. And then they'll talk shit about the white man and talk shit about how the system and how they mind control and how they stole everything from them. Like, shut your ass up, nigga. All spirituality nowadays is entertainment. It's no different than fucking watching, like, how there's some people, like, when you come home and you go on YouTube, you go watch spirituality videos. Somebody may watch gaming videos. It's to a point right now where, with all this bullshit spirituality out here, it's literally no difference. It's a thin line between gaming and spirituality at this point is like another fucking genre. It's not even nothing like that's supposed to help benefit people. We got esoteric information like shit like mine, and we got Mooney Mercury, we got other channels, we got shit like that, which that's it. That's not spirituality. Don't think that's spirituality. This is why what I'm talking about, I'm not talking about the shit I'm talking about. We talk about shit that's all that bullshit that some of you niggas may even like watch. Like they talk about aliens, or they talk about Anunnaki, or they may talk about stupid ass shit like fucking this stupid shit like the presidential election and how it's spiritual, or just all this dumb shit like the ruling families and the Illuminati and all this other stupid shit. And every time they talk about the Illuminati, it's always a man. Like they talk, oh, the Rockefellers, they control the world, or Bill Gates, and he bought all this farmland. And did you know that Epstein Island? And they shut your stupid ass up. The fact that you know of if there's an Epstein Island, do you know how big the planet is? If there's an Epstein Island, wouldn't you think there's thousands of other islands like Epstein it's currently happening? How do you not know Epstein is still alive? I believe that nigga's still alive, and he has another island doing the same shit. And his celebrities go, if that's even a thing. Maybe this shit was a fake story, but let's just say if it was real. You know how many fucking islands are on this fucking planet? See what I'm talking to? These people, they don't know shit. Like it's all of this shit. It's all bullshit. Don't listen to any of that shit that you see, because they want you to be lost in their delusions, and this is gonna get you wasting time and not doing the work on self. And it's gonna and not only that, it's entertainment. So they're turning spirituality into entertainment. Because when people watch stuff like Epstein and Bill Gates buying land, they watch this for the sole reason of being entertained. So the same reason somebody will go watch the fucking Alvin and the Chipmunks, that bullshit, the same shit is with the spirituality. They watch it for that. Because it's like, how many times, it's like, you say, well, I'm doing it to learn. But it's like, bitch, how many times you gotta keep watching this shit to fucking learn? Did you go to math class? Like, did you take the same math class 3 years in a row? No, you went from 7th grade, 8th grade, 9th grade, because you didn't learn the same shit, because you learn it and you move the fuck on. Why the fuck you been learning the same shit since 2016, nigga? Obviously, it's entertainment at some point. The fuck? People are just dumb, dude. I just swear. Like, I look at this shit as like this spiritual shit as a joke, like this spiritual community as a joke. That fucking fake ass new age, because it's all like just a joke, pretty much. Ain't nobody doing shit in it, and all people are just, all they want to do is just complain, bitch. But then when they go back into their regular lives, they don't do nothing else, and then they expect something to happen. And then when something does happen, they want to say it's manifesting or God did it. That shut your dumb ass up. So God is in control of fucking the same thing you just said 2 weeks ago that you fucking hate, capitalism and money. Well, we need to get rid of capital, we get rid of money, but then some money comes your way. Oh, God gave it to me, and that shut your dumb ass up, nigga. How about you actually worked for it? You did some type of energetic work, whether you know it or not, and that's why you got it. Maybe that's what it is. Wake the fuck up. Niggas be on that bullshit, man. Like, I'm telling you niggas, you need to get off that bullshit. Following the wrong people is going to get you lost. And I'm not telling you guys got to follow me. I'm just speaking. At the end of the day, you don't have to listen to me. I'm not telling you, oh, do this. I'm just speaking. Take what you take and move on. I already said in my last video, don't have no expectation for me. I will let you the fuck down. And it's not that I'm going to let you down based upon I might make a mistake. I might just let you down just to see, like, just to fucking, just because I don't want people to expect something. And when I have too many people expect it, I might just deliberately let you down so you can just not expect it. Like, is that fucking deep? Like, it's not like, oh, I'm going to make a mistake. The fuck? Because I can't make no mistake, because if I'm on my spiritual, well, I can make a mistake because we all do, but if I'm on my spiritual path, which is the most important thing, then that ain't no mistake. And that's all I'm doing and going to be doing. Within that, there may be little mistakes, but that's not the big main thing. And you niggas need to stop trying to preach to your fucking family members about this shit. Like, we in a new time. If you've preached to your family members over and over and they haven't gotten it, Drop that shit. Drop it. Because there's no point. If anything, you're actually kind of dumb. The same way you're preaching to your family is the same way if somebody came from they had a pamphlet and they told you to go and find Jesus and come to our ministry. You're gonna look at them like they crazy. So that's the energy we're in. They're gonna be looking at you like you're that. You don't want to be looked at like that, because when you're looked at like that, that means they're not listening to you. So why waste your time on people that aren't listening? Every person, you're supposed to find people you connect with. And you do that by being yourself. And when you be yourself, it's gonna lead you into positions where you have to be yourself. And then there's gonna be people there, because we got fucking, like, I don't know, 8 billion people on the planet. So when you be yourself and you go somewhere, there is bound to be somebody there. So you see what I'm saying? Just be yourself, and you attract the people that you need to be around. Don't wake these people up. It's actually too late for some people to wake up. It's actually too late for certain people to wake up. Not everyone actually has the ability to wake up. Some people are so lost in their ego, they may have a lot of like negative karma that they need, so they can't. And if that wasn't a thing, then why the fuck do you see like young children going through these, like you see a baby get in a car accident, they're driving with the family, the baby's dead, or the kid's like 3 years old, and some people, they have to come to this life and they can't even be on a spiritual path because they got so much other baggage, being a sense like of karmic baggage, and having to do live out certain situations. They can't even wake up. That's another way you'll see like a retarded ass person. They gotta just play this shit out until after maybe a couple lives, and then get out of it through. It's like you being in an animal body and you want to be a human. You got to go through certain animal cycles to be a human and get through that. Some people are within the human cycle and they have to go through cycles within that so they can become a spiritual awakened being. So they may have to go through certain many lifetimes of just them being restricted where they can't even wake the fuck up. So this is why you don't want to waste your time waking everybody up, because some people are just on that bullshit. They're on that bullshit. That's why I don't even like I can look at an individual. I can judge by their appearance and how they talk and walk, and down to the way they look, if I even want to waste time with them. Because I look at my life like a book. Just like you read the Bible, or you want to read a book, or you read a fucking anything in life. Look at life like a book. Every single person that comes to your life, you need to analyze every single thing. Even when you move to a new house or you go to a building, always analyze. I always look at the number, the address. What number is the place? I look at the date, the time. I look at a year ago, where was I at here? I look at so much in life. It's plenty. I look at life like a book, so I'm able to learn and I'm able to see patterns. Once you start looking at life like a book, then that's how you do the real learning, because that's how you learn the most, is by actual life experience. Because everything comes from that. All the books, even the Bible, all of that comes from actual life experience, dealing with the mind, the body, and the spirit. So when you actually study the thing that every book that you read is talking about, then you can actually you're getting it from the horse's mouth. That's why you gotta study your life, read your life like a book. And when you're able to read your life like a book and read other people like a book, then this keeps you from being in certain situations, certain instances, certain circumstances that you don't need to be in, because you're like, fuck that shit. I already know where that's headed. Like me, it's to a point right now. If I see somebody and I feel like they have trauma or anger, I don't even deal with that individual. I remember I was waiting in line and I was checking out just a few weeks ago. I was at the gas station and I went inside, I got some water, and I was paying for my gas. And then there was 2 people there. It was at 7-Eleven. There was 2 people there. And the lady was like, "Hey, next." And then I looked at her energy and I was like to the guy behind, "You can go in front." And he was like, "Are you sure you could go?" And I'm like, "Just go in front. I want this lady to do it." And then because she had a better energy, because I didn't want this bitch touching my energy, because she was nice too. She was like, "Hey, can I help you?" But she had that very sinister, like, she had a lot of racism, anger, and hatred, but it was covered, and I can sense it. So I was like, I don't want you touching my shit. She had that fake ass, that fake ass smile you see? It's like a fake sinister smile. It's like a smile when somebody's very angry, or the smile that people give where they want to show their enemies that they're happy, but really they're not happy, but they have to pretend. So they're like, but since they're so angry within, it comes out crooked. It's a crooked smile. You can see the energy. That's the type of smile she had. Like she was very angry within, but she was trying to mask it. I was like, fuck that bitch. Get the fuck out of here. You're not touching any of my shit. You're not touching my debit card. You're not touching this water, especially the fucking water, nigga. You're not touching that shit. Fuck that. I'm drinking that. I was like, fuck that bitch. And I would have stole that shit, but I wanted to get some cash back. I wanted to get cash back, so I needed to buy something, and I needed water. I was like, let me just get this fucking water. Because I would have just took that shit, because I don't even buy water. I just got that because I needed cash back. So I don't let anybody, so I can see your energy. If you sinister, stay the fuck far away from me. I'm not going to disrespect you, and I'm going to keep you from disrespecting me by not dealing with you, because, like, when you're the bigger spirit, that means you can be the bigger demon. And when you're the bigger demon, this is how you guys are called the scapegoat of the family, because you got the strongest spirit. So when you're a demon, it shines brighter because you're more powerful. So this is why when you do something, they fuck with you. But when they do it, because they weak ass spirits, so they can cuss and do whatever, and nobody takes it serious because they don't feel their light. But when you do it, it's a problem because you got the stronger spirit. You're showing more energy. And it's not just with negative, it's with positive. If you do something good, it's the same. But you don't want to give your good love to your good energy and the love and the light to these bitch ass niggas. You don't want to give that, so don't even deal with them. Don't even try to prove that you're not a bad, but just get the fuck away from them. Because when I'm a demon, nigga, I'll be a bad one. It's gonna be bad, and then I'm gonna be in trouble for it. So I know to keep that away. I know to stay away from certain individuals. And that's just how it is. Because I hate fake people. Like, I don't like fake people. And when I see a motherfucker that's fake, and like I said, like in my other video, sometimes you may have to deal with a lot of these people. And if you have to deal with a lot of these people, then what I'd say is get them away from you. How you can do that is be disrespectful without being disrespectful. Be annoying. Ask a lot of questions. Drop a lot of shit like around them, or make a lot of noise. Just do shit deliberately, and that kind of gets the energy to get them the message without being disrespectful. And even sometimes when you do that, then you may end up triggering them to be disrespectful. Now you have a reason to be disrespectful. So it's like, you got to know how to play this shit. Like, I'm an Aquarius stellium. I know how to play fucking mind games. I know how to act dumb. So it even get to a point where, like, shit, I remember one time I was stealing some shit. This was years ago. I was stealing some shit, and the dude, he caught me, right? And then I was like pretending I was retarded. I was like, and then the guy was like, oh, he has disability. He said something about disability, but I was pretending like I was retarded. Like, I couldn't speak. I was like, I wasn't like, I don't know how I did. I was like, I was going to, like, I was talking normal, but I had a slur, and I was kind of like the guy was talking to me like I was slow. I was like, sir, you can't be doing that, right? Like, he was talking to me like I was, because he believed it. So, like, I'll even play like I'm a retard. It'll get that deep. I don't give a fuck. That's how far I take my mind. I'll play like I'm a retard. Like, for real. Shit. Because, like, I don't give a fuck when I'm dealing with these bots. I do whatever I got to do to get what I need and to get out of the situation. Who the fuck is them? I don't give a fuck what they think. They're a stupid ass bot. Everything on their mind is nothing but Mason programming. So everything, even the way they insult you, the way they attack you, and what they look down upon you on, it's all Masonic. They can't control that. So that's an AI. That's not a real person. Why do I give a fuck what you think, bitch? You ain't shit. Fuck you and your mama. So I don't give a fuck what none of these bitches think. Like, they ain't shit to me. He said, I'm skinny. I need to eat until my body adjusts to small meal sizes. You need to do energy work. Once you do energy work, you're going to give you the energy to want to exercise and work out, and you can build muscle and build weight without having to eat because you're going to be building muscle. So just keep doing energy work, and with the fasting, and you're going to get the weight. Your weight's going to stabilize. You don't need to eat to gain weight, but you do need to do intense energy work for years and years, and you may even need to eat for a few years to sustain yourself doing it, because it's not like we're all breatharians overnight. It's the thing you have to work toward. This is why I'm saying you guys should have started this shit earlier, because it may get to a point where it may be too late, or there may be a lot of shit going on where, like, this is why it's good to start right now. You just start. Because when I talk about this breatharian, I don't expect, like, this shit takes at least 10 years to really, the average breatharian, they say it takes 10 years for them to get to where they got to get to. 6 to 10 years. Some people sooner, but mainly it's like 10 years, close to 10 years. It's just like working out. When you go to the gym, they tell you to get a physique and a body. It takes years. It's the same with breatharianism. It's a slow process. You don't just go to breatharian. You go to liquidarian. Eat first is fruits and vegetables. First is eating once a meal and intermittent fasting. Then it's fruits and vegetables. Then it's just liquids, and then it's like just like liquids and fruit every 5 days to 10 days, and it's like a process, and eventually your appetite diminishes until you don't need food no more. It's not like there's no breatharian who just they wake up and they don't need to eat and they had a, like, it was a gift. No, they have to work towards it, and it was slowly. It's like when your body is healing, like you cut your hand and your body heals. It's like it doesn't heal in one day. It's just every day it's a little bit, and you can see it get better every day. That's what breatharianism, like, your appetite gets slowly declines, and it takes years. This is not a fast process. If you don't believe anything I'm saying, look up the breatharian community, watch the videos, talk to a breatharian, and they're going to tell you exactly what I said. Like, this is some real shit. Because breatharian, this is going to be the thing that a lot of people are going to be doing in the future. Right now, you don't hear nobody talking about it. But as time goes on, it's going to be like the thing. It's going to be the thing to do. Everyone's going to be all trying to do this and eat less, and it's going to be the thing. Because the more and more of these breatharians you see, you're going to start seeing them. Because when I see a lot of these breatharians, like the ones that are really in it, they have a certain vibe and energy where, like, they don't give a fuck. Like, if you really want to master your emotions, become a breatharian. A breatharian is just another word for mastering your emotions, because once you're on that breatharian path, it's more than you guys just think it's food. It goes into even like sex, how you can feel sex better. You can deprive yourself from sex easier. You can give up shit because you have the energy, and also it's like it's both, so you can feel more. Like, it goes beyond just eating. This breatharian shit goes beyond just eating. It makes you be able to see your senses is more, your spiritual connection is more. You're able to feel the world. Like I told you, when I go on these 10-day fasts, 11-day fasts, I get to a point where everything looks like a cartoon. Like, literally, everything literally looks like a fucking cartoon. Like, it looks more surreal. Like, I'm in a different fucking world. That's what this is what you're, and this is not just for me just not eating. So if you guys did a 10-day fast, you guys may not be able to experience that, because you have to put in the energy work, the meditations, to build the energy work. So when you're doing, because once the blockages are removed, then the energy needs to flow. You can't just remove the blockages. You can't just fast, because just fasting, there's no energy coming in. So you're gonna just fasting, you're just gonna heal the body, which is good. But as far as having the other benefits of breatharianism that go beyond just eating, you won't have that, because you don't have the energy flowing. So that, and then the energy is what makes you a breatharian. Fasting doesn't make you a breatharian. The energy work, the fasting, everything, but the energy work specifically, because that gives you the fuel. That fuel is what it's fuel. It pushes you to become a fucking breatharian. You see what I'm saying? This shit forces you, because a lot of you niggas think being a breatharian and how it feels is just you just forcing yourself to not eat, or you're just not hungry. There's a reason you're not hungry. When you're not hungry, like look at all the times you're not hungry. Why is it because you're not hungry? You either just ate, or you feel too excited, or you feel too depressed. You see what I'm saying? Fuck just not just eating, but you either feel, when you feel too excited, you don't want to eat, and when you feel too depressed, you don't want to eat. One of the symptoms of depression is low appetite. When you're in a good mood, you can't sleep and you can't eat. When you're excited, you just got some good news. You're not hungry really. See, so now take this to the breatharian. Is when you're doing the energy work, you're changing your mind. So your consciousness changes to a specific frequency, which is a vibration, and then it will come down, and then now you have a certain awareness where you don't want to eat. And accompanying with that awareness is you feeling bliss, peace, and being able to have extra, your senses are heightened more. So you feel satiated. You don't even think about food because you're in a different world. You're in a different awareness. It's like you're not in the same awareness. You're almost like another being because you're in a different awareness. And when you're in that awareness, you just so much going on, you forget to even eat because you don't think about food because you're fueled. Because I've tapped into this state plenty times. The first time I tapped into it was 2018. I remember I had just came from the chiropractor, and I was in a state, and I was like, damn, this is crazy. And I couldn't even tell time. Like I couldn't, you know how like right now you could be like 10 seconds ago or 30 seconds ago, or yes, it was hard I had to really sit down and think about 30 seconds ago or an hour. Everything felt like it was right now. It was some weird shit, but that shit was crazy. But this isn't just you. It's not like you can just fast your way up to this fucking part. This is not. That's not what it is. This is energy work. Fasting is all. It's all, everything. You got to get all three: fasting, energy, exercise, and yoga. That's how you get it. It's not just the fasting. It's not just the yoga or the energy work. That's why I said some of you niggas, you can fast to 10 days, 15 days right now, and you'll have benefits and clarity and mental thought, but it's not going to be the same as like somebody who's been practicing energy work accompanied with the fasting. You see what I'm saying? Because the energy work is what makes it. But when you can go on these fasts and get certain information, like I don't want to, you can remember certain things. I don't want to say it's information or download because that's not what the fuck it is. You will remember knowledge about your spiritual self, where you've been and where you are, what was the first thing you've done. Because the first thing your spirit done is who you are on a like certain level. So once you know who you are, you know that thing, whatever it is, and you play it out energetically, and then that's how you become really great. So you start to know that once you get deeper into these fasts, like it's just you got to play it out. Somebody said this: the moment I stop eating is the moment I don't have a body. Simple as. I don't know if he's trolling or if you saying that like in a way, because I don't know if this dude's a troll. Cause I seen him on my page and he was kind of on some weird shit. I don't remember what he said, but it's just something energetically is making me feel like he was on some trolling shit. Because he said something, but I don't remember. And then somebody said he had a page and he was saying some shit about me, but then I don't know. So I don't know if you just trolling or whatever. He said the moment stop eating, the moment start having a body. Simple as that. If you want some trolling shit, then that's not what it is. If you're a weak ass spirit and this video doesn't apply to you, then your ass needs to take your ass to the local McDonald's and fill your fat ass gut up. Because if you don't fill your fat ass gut up with that bag of groceries, you gonna not have a body. But this not video is not for you. I don't know why you're watching this. Go watch fucking Food Channel. So why are you watching this? That's if you're on some trolling shit. But I don't know if you're on some trolling shit or you're on some real shit. Because it'd say, oh, if I stop, because people will sit there and say, oh, if I stop eating, I'm gonna die. Bitch, I don't give a fuck if you die. You think I give a shit? Go ahead and don't eat and die. If anything, I wouldn't want you to eat for the sole purpose so you can die. Because I don't fuck with you, you stupid bot. So like I don't people say that like, oh, when you eat, you don't die. No, bitch, you die. And I don't give a fuck if you die. So if anything, take my information and kill yourself. Cause this information ain't for everyone. I just gotta let everyone know that some of you niggas ain't meant for this shit, and it's perfectly fine. I'm not like, oh, you can't get to your spirituals. No, you can do it. But what I do tell you guys is, if you're gonna eat unhealthy and smoke and get high and get drunk and just party and just live a lifestyle where you're in your desires, not in your desires because you don't want to do that, but you just do unhealthy habits, at least be on a spiritual mission. Because when you're on a spiritual mission, that's more important than your health. Health is my spiritual mission, so that's what I'm doing. But for you guys, if you're going to live unhealthy, there's nothing wrong with it. At least be on your spiritual mission because that's your thing. But if you just one of these bots out here, you just fuck around all day, then it behooves you to actually want to take care of yourself, because when you get older, you're just going to be a dumb bot. It wastes your time, and then you're just going to die a horrible fucking death at the end of the day. Because a lot of people don't understand. Well, I don't really want to get into. I'm not trying to like put no negativity out there. This doesn't need to. I don't need to. I already said that before. But this video, this information isn't for everyone. I just gotta I have to keep saying that because so I can just keep these little bozo clown heads niggas out my fucking chat and talking all this bullshit. Oh, in my comment section. Oh, you need to eat it. This and that. And I remember on one of my fuck bang videos, somebody said like, "Oh, you're gonna starve to death and you're gonna projecting." No, bitch, you're gonna starve to death. You're gonna starve to death. The reason you're gonna starve to death is because you're not a fucking breatharian. How do you know that I'm gonna starve to death? You don't know me. And for you to say I'm gonna starve to death, that means you know that you will starve to death. So you're projecting that on me, because you're not gonna project that I'm gonna be a billionaire, because your ass don't think you could be a billionaire, dumbass. But I know I could be a billionaire, spiritual billionaire, and then that's gonna manifest probably to some millions or some shit. I don't know about no fucking billion, because them motherfuckers at the end of the day they control the money system. So I hate when people project though. I fucking hate that shit. Like, shut the fuck up. Like, why are you projecting, nigga? That's all you can do is project. When somebody can't do something, they want to put that on you. They want you to be miserable like them. Like, nah, nigga, like you can't do it. Just like the same niggas that'll say, how do you know that? Nobody knows. How do you know nobody knows? Or they'll say, I don't have a religion. I don't believe in anything. No, that's your religion. You don't believe anything. We don't know what's going to happen after we die. You know. You think that we don't know. How do you know that there's somebody in this world that actually knows what happens? Dumbass, you don't know that. So we all have our own religion. We all know. A person who tells you that they don't know, that's their knowing, is they don't know. Because for you to say we don't know, that's an actual observation. That's an actual statement. That's an actual religion that you don't know. The religion of we don't know and there's no proof and no evidence. That's a fucking religion. You can't say it's not. I hate people that come at me with that bullshit. We don't know. And there's always some stupid fucking cracker that looks like he jacks off to child porn and about to shoot up a fucking daycare. It's always that type of cracker. Like, why you look like you about to shoot up a daycare and jack up to some child porn, nigga, talking about science is a key. Science is everything. We don't know. I'm agnostic. Shut your stupid cracker ass up. Go shoot up a motherfucking daycare or do something with your fucking miserable life. It never fails. It's always the same demographic of individuals that come up with that bullshit. Like they think they know something, but yet they don't know shit. Like I hate motherfuckers like that. Like, get the fuck out of here. And then they want to talk like they're all analytical and smart. Like, bitch, you ain't analytical and smart. You just copying Bill Nye the Science Guy and Nigger deGrasse Tyson. That's all you're copying. You're not copying no one else. You're just copying their lingo and their science fucking conspiracy peer reviews and all that other bullshit. You're just copying that, bitch. So shut the fuck up. Talk about peer reviews, and that's not peer reviewed, so we don't know. Shut the fuck up, nigga. Peer review means it's reviewed by peers. Some peers could have a conflict of interest, or they just don't fuck with your shit, so they're gonna review it in a negative way. So why would I take a peer review seriously, you stupid ass? Give a fuck about no damn peer fucking review. If somebody doesn't want information to come to the light and come true, they can just pay the fucking reviewers, the peers to review it negatively, which is what they do. This is why some scientists, they only give scientists funding to do research on certain things. Certain things haven't been researched because nobody wants to fund the scientists and they don't have the money. And the people who have the most money to fund, they're have an agenda. So they're not gonna fund a group of scientists to do research on something that's gonna help society. Dumbass. So you just gotta go off peer review. That's how stupid people are. And then they take all this shit, but we in a different time where all that shit is it's dying down. Like nobody even takes that shit serious. You don't even hear people even speak about that shit. Years ago, especially when I was back in school, I used to hear people talk about that shit a lot. You don't really hear people speak about it. Because we like in a different time right now where nothing is really popping. Everything's popping, but at the same time it's not. This is why you can see a YouTuber with 4 million subscribers and you don't even know who the fuck he is. You just seen this thing like this thing has 4 million subscribers. I never heard of him because everything's popping, but it's really not because everything's inflated. It's not genuine. This is why you see a nigga get 50 million views in a few days or 300,000 views 2 days because it's not genuine. It's all fake. This is why when something as small as an argument with your BM turns south, everybody wants to hate on you, aka a young Pharaoh and shit, because his audience wasn't genuine. Because when you have an audience to that magnitude, it can't be genuine. Why you think Infinite Waters has to keep talking love and light and all with his fucking goddamn looking like a goddamn African statue? Nigga smiling, look his smiling, just staring at you, looking like an African statue and shit. He has to be all love and light like that because his audience is fake. It's not genuine because he spends money to get his audience. Over 90% of YouTubers that have 1 million plus subscribers, even sometimes less than that, but 90% plus of YouTubers that have 1 million plus subscribers, they pay for their subscribers through marketing. There's businesses that you can pay hundreds of thousands of dollars a year, tens of thousands of dollars a month, and they will promote your channel. So a lot of these people you see with like 5 million subscribers, 1 million subscribers, 10 million subscribers. No, certain people that work with the Illuminati and shit, or so-called Illuminati, like they're back and they like you work with the team. They got the team like Kai Cenat and all those. But some of those people that they got like, let's just say 1 million or 2 million, they pay monthly for marketing. They may pay like $100,000 every 6 months or something, tens of thousands of dollars every month, and then they pay these marketing companies, and then it promotes their channel on Facebook, Instagram, and this is why you'll be scrolling on your newsfeed and you'll see an ad. People pay money for that. So with YouTubers and channels that are big, over 90% of them, they because you may see a YouTube channel and they probably built their way up by themselves to like 500,000 by themselves. But then once you get to 500,000 subscribers, you're making a lot of money and you have side hustles, side business, and YouTube checks raking in tens of thousands a month. So a lot of these niggas, they take that money and they invest into marketing. And then if this pushes their shit to like 1 million, this is why you'll see somebody like Cali Muscle. He does the same thing. He never said it. At least I didn't hear him say it, but he does the same thing. When this nigga, like, because even when you look at his channel and you see his videos, you see how he has a lot of trolls and you see how his views aren't really 100%. Yeah, they do block it, they do shadow ban, but a lot of it is because it's not genuine. When you're having marketing and your people are subscribing to you based on just you doing marketing, then this could sometimes lead to you having low views and a lot of subscribers because people they may subscribe and fuck with you once or watch a video and then that's it. You see what I'm saying? So that you can kind of balance and check how it works out because people, they spend money, don't even on views. A lot of people be paying for views and it's all fake. They even hire fucking people in the chat. So when you see when you see people out here flexing their views, I got 2 million views, especially when you see them in the low millions, like 2 million, 1 million, probably like 95%, 97% of people who have less than 5 million views are people who pay for marketing. So they probably built their channel up to like a 500,000, 600,000, and then they pay for marketing, and then because they have the money to do it. So it's all I'm saying is all fake. This is why you're able to see 300,000 views in just 2 days, and because it's not genuine. And the people who make the marketing, they don't care about it being genuine because it doesn't need to be, because they're trying to make money. They have a product they're trying to sell. They're trying to create customers. They're not trying to create subscribers and fans. In their mind, I want to create customers. I have 1 million customers. I don't have 1 million subscribers. I have 1 million customers to sell my product, which makes sense because they have a business and they got a profitable business. So that's why they do it. But don't think it's genuine, because the shit's not fucking genuine. Just know that it's not genuine. And watch them say something wrong. Watch them not fucking put a mask on or some shit at the wrong time, or have too much of a free thinking mind, and see how quick that audience starts like talking down upon them, like, because it's fake. It's not real. It's not real love or real respect. It's all fake. And it's like they say, easy come, easy go. But in that case, it's like the respect goes because they got the respect easily. But I see a lot of that shit. It's all fake. Everybody is just a fucking everybody is just a fucking fake ass celebrity. That's all it is. Nobody's genuine no more. So why do I gotta be genuine? I'm only genuine to the ones that I respect. If I don't respect you, nigga, then uh, I don't need to be genuine to you. Because if I'm genuine to somebody, I'm doing that out of respect. If I don't respect you, then I'm not gonna be genuine to you. And that doesn't mean I gotta disrespect you. It's just I don't go beyond. I don't go above my means to do anything to make you, to prove myself to you, because I don't gotta prove shit to you. And in this day and age, when you don't do that, people look at you as a hater, or you're mean and you're not going with the program. So what I said may just sound like it's nothing. Oh, you don't got to be genuine or whatever, but not being genuine causes a lot of hate, and people want to like say you're a fake or you're this or you're not acclimating to the program. Nigga, fuck the program. You don't even know what program you running. Yeah, you want to talk about like they don't even know that they're telling you that to follow the program. Like they'll tell you, "Oh, you need to go and do this or you need to do that." But the people that are telling you to do these things, their life is trash. So why would I take your advice? The fuck? You can't even play the program right, and you want me to play the program? Get the fuck out of here. Talk about, oh, go get a job working somewhere, but you ain't no doctor, you ain't no brain surgeon. You're like the lowest end job of the matrix, telling me to get it. At least if a brain surgeon said it, I would still want to listen to that fuckhead. But at least if a brain surgeon said that shit, it would be like, okay, it makes sense, because throughout his experience, he's been through life, and he got a job as a brain surgeon. So it makes more sense for him to say go out and get employment and work, versus some bum ass nigga who works a shitty job, who they don't even want to work at. They're telling you to do the same thing. Why? You're miserable. Why the fuck would I listen to you? Somebody said it's up to regular people to create media that aren't mainstream Masonic. But that's kind of hard though, because anytime you do, they want to ban you. Like they took down my fucking video. So you gotta water it down. Like that's why I tell you, nigga, like I don't care. Every single person you see on this spiritual shit, they're not telling you everything, because if they told you everything, their channel would get banned. Even people you think like that know shit, like they don't tell you everything. You like, I can't tell you niggas everything. You certain content creators, they can't tell you everything. Especially the ones you look at, you be like, oh, this person knows a lot. Like, trust me, they're not telling you everything. They're telling you just the tip of the iceberg. No matter how deep they are, everybody on here that I've seen, no matter how deep they are, they're telling you that, even though they may say, oh, they know a lot of this, you may look at me, oh, you know, it's just a tip of the, because if you say everything, that they'll really like take your shit down. They don't like certain shit. You gotta like be easy on. Somebody's about to join. Oh, he left. Yeah, it was that Aaron Haywood. He wanted to join. I don't know, man. I hope you ain't on no bullshit. I hope you ain't on no bull, because I don't know, because somebody said you had like an account and you were trolling me, or you made a video about me. That's the only reason I say that, because I think I went on one of your accounts and you were saying something like fucking, damn, what did you say? It was some weird shit that you said, and my video was in it, and you were like quoting it. So I don't know. I hope you're not on no bullshit, man, because I don't feel like cussing somebody out right now. Like I like to be very peaceful and shit. Like, I'm not a very like, so like when I cuss somebody out, I really don't. And plus, right now, I don't even feel like doing it. So if you're a troll, I'm not in the mood right now. Yeah. So what's good with it? What's good with it? What's good with it? Shit, just chilling right now. Just breaking down this fucking the shit we living in, we existing in actually. But yeah, man, I don't want you niggas to think like this shit is so serious and be stressed out. And like, it's not even, that's not even what it's supposed to be. Like at the end of the day, I'm not tripping. Like, I'm not stressed. Like, I talk like this because I just have a lot of passion in everything I do. This is not just I'm passionate about spirituality. I'm passionate about everything. If I was on some bullshit, I'm gonna be passionate as fuck about that. If I'm playing, if I, like, a lot of people will be playing a video game, and they'll be like, "Oh, I beat you at the game," and it's like, "Who gives a fuck? It's just a video game. You play video, like, you fucking idiot. Whatever you do, be good at it. If I'm gonna play a video game, I'm gonna go hard at it, and I'm gonna take it like I'm playing that shit. I'm gonna beat you at it. You see what I'm saying? It's not even about I'm gonna beat you. It's about I'm gonna play the game the best I can play it. I'm gonna try to beat the level. I may even try it on hard difficulty. I want to make sure I play it. And if you do something stupid, I may end up being like, fuck you. What did you do, man? Because it's a video game. Like, it's the thing. You put passion into everything. When you do that, then when you do important things in your life, then that same energy will be spilled over to that. Don't be like, oh, it's just a video game. I don't gotta. When you play a video, play it to the best. You gotta go fucking rob somebody, nigga. Strategy and play it out. I'm not saying do the energy for that negative shit, and I'm not saying play video games all day. But let's just say you playing a game, you handling your business, and you stop by your fucking cousin's house, and he's like, oh, you want to play a game of 2K or whatever, or Call of Duty, whatever, and you just play the game and go. Don't be like playing it and like try to put your passion you have in your other shit into that fucking game. And say, I'm gonna beat you, or I'm gonna try to figure this out, and I'm gonna do it. And then when you're done, then you put the controller down and then go do your other thing and have passion in that. Don't be like, oh, it's just some bullshit game, and then that's just gonna spill over. He said it wasn't about you. It was about one of your guests being a nephew. I don't know what a nephew is, but I don't know. Which guest was it? Because I've only had like a handful of guests on here. Because somebody said that they had an account with your name, and it was a troll account. So it could have been that troll account. Because I remember there was like a couple channels with your name. So maybe it was a troll account. Because I remember I seen your name, and it said you had like multiple accounts of that same account, this Aaron Haywood, and that's probably what it was. It was probably a troll. That's probably what I seen. Yeah, I don't know what a Nephi is. See, I'm not up to date with that Masonic lingo. All that shit's Masonic. Even the whole gang stalking program. Like gang, where did you get the word gang stalking from? That's the Masonic program. They created the word gang stalking. What else? They have neural monitoring. The red T-shirt, the red car. They people be saying all this weird shit about the gang stalking stuff. Um, remote neural monitoring, red car, uh, gaslighting, because they do like all this weird shit. Not saying gaslighting isn't a thing, but they be saying these things that aren't, they're not actually true. But when you have so many people talking about it on the internet, and they may have seen a few instances, they start manifesting that shit, and it becomes true, because it's like it's like somebody says, I seen Jesus in a dream. But would you believe in Jesus because somebody said they seen Jesus? No, that's their mind, that's their dream, that's their experience. So that's kind of what they do with this whole gang stalking shit. They try to put all these lingo, these terms of neural monitoring, because all of these, they try to do witchcraft. Like all the things that we go through on a normal spiritual level, they try to um, correlate that with some type of program. Like somebody may have depressing thoughts and triggers that they need to release, but they don't understand that's what it is. So what they say is, oh, I'm being neural monitored. The government's putting thoughts in my head, or they're making people walk in front of me at this time, and he's working with the program and all this other weird shit. It is like, that's not what it is. It's some other shit going on a spiritual level, and they make all this Masonic like templates, like these gang stalking, because even the gang stalking, the Masons have in on that shit. They create all that shit. The way people talk about it, they create all of that. Not the gang stalking itself, but the concept of gang stalking, of you talking about it like you talk about it. They created that shit. You guys, the only thing you guys see is synchronicity. Synchronicity is connected to the spiritual. That's all you see. What you add to that synchronicity is the government programming. Oh, it's neural monitoring. They're following me. The agents are um spying on me. I keep seeing a red card. That's not what it is. It's synchronicity, and synchronicity is due to what you're bringing in, what you're creating, with your awareness, based on the energy work you're doing. So you're seeing certain synchronicities based on the pattern you're in, and you're seeing that, and then you're blaming it on the government doing it. So you're giving them power that they don't even fucking have. Every single gang stalker, every single person that says they're a targeted, even the word targeted individual, every single motherfucker that talks about targeted individual, at the end of the day, like all these people all have one thing in common. What is that? Synchronicity. They experience synchronicity. What they call that synchronicity, it may be neural monitoring, it may be a red car, it may be I'm being targeted, they put cameras in my house, they're damaging my shit, but all of it is, you're experiencing synchronicity, and then you're attributing synchronicity to government fucking with your shit. It doesn't make any fucking sense. Think about it like this. If you guys, because I know a lot of you niggas are stupid as fuck and you're still gonna believe in gang stalking, but think about it like this. If good things were happening to you, would you say that's gang stalking? If you kept finding $100 in your house, if you kept finding money on the ground, if every time a red car drove by you, the guy came out the car and gave you the keys to that red car, would you say that's gang stalking? No, you wouldn't. You wouldn't complain about it. You wouldn't even attribute it to anything. You just be like, I'm having a good life. But why do you attribute the opposite to gang stalking? Because it's something negative. So that right there tells you it's all based on synchronicity. And you're just in your mind and your ego, and you don't know what the fuck is going on. So you think you do. So you go on the internet, watch some videos, and you think you know it, but it's not. So I just broke down that gang stalking is all fake, and all you niggas thinking that it is stupid. It's all synchronicity. That's it. He said Nephi equals Nephilim. Oh, okay. How is he a Nephilim? How was he a Nephilim? I don't think he was a Nephilim. I think you probably just, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's just a lot of people on the internet, and you gotta watch a lot of this shit, and then Nephilim is not even what you think it is. There's no such thing as an actual. A lot of these things people say are just fucking allegories, and theories. They're not an actual person. Show me an actual a Nephilim. Show me a Nephilim being. No, you can't see that anywhere. There's no Nephilim beings. So it's like it's not what it is. But I don't know, man. People gonna just believe what they gotta believe. Yeah. But I'm gonna drop the link one more time before I leave. But damn, it's been 2 hours already. That's crazy. It's only 7 o'clock. It's weird because I'd be like, it's only 7 o'clock, but then because one thing I noticed like about the time is so weird nowadays. It would be like 6 o'clock, and I'd be like, okay, it's 6 o'clock. We still got like, I still got the whole evening, and then like in a few moments it would be like 9 o'clock. So nowadays when I see 6 o'clock, I'd be like, okay, in a few moments it's gonna be like 11 o'clock. So you have to train your mind because you'll be thinking that you have all the time in the world, but you don't. Because the time spectrum is not the same as it was like 5 to 10 years ago. It was a different, like everything's accelerating. Life is moving more quicker. So when you got to get something done at 10 o'clock and it's 2 o'clock, you had all day to chill and relax and prepare. Now, if it's 2 o'clock and you got something at 10, you don't have all day to prepare. You gotta like start getting your shit ready. So and it's got to keep getting even more quicker and quicker as time goes on. You guys are gonna see. You guys are gonna see. So that's why I'm scheduling I schedule my day a lot more. I'm not saying because this is a time right now where we're supposed to be living in a flow state. A flow state is a state where you just are just doing and living by the moment with intention, not just living mindlessly, but you have intention what you want to do. When you start planning and I'm gonna go to work, I'm gonna come home, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that. You don't want to do all that because when you do all that shit, this is gonna make you get out of that flow state, and you're gonna run out of time, and you're gonna feel like time is like leaving you behind. So you don't want to feel that way. You don't want to feel that way at all, at all, at all. So this is why you want to get into the flow state, and this is why fasting, yoga, qigong, that's gonna help you get into that state. Yeah. But anyways, guys, I might just call this an end right now. I'm gonna end this live stream. Yeah. See if I got anything else I want to speak on. I think I touched on all the topics. I wrote all my notes in my iPad this time. Wrote all my notes in my iPad. Yeah, and shout out to the dude who sent me that $200 in Cash App. Somebody sent me $200 a week ago on Cash App, and yeah, shout out to that whoever that was. I don't want to say your name. I was about to say your name, but I didn't want to. I don't want to say your name because I don't know if they want me to disclose it. But yeah, shout out to whoever sent me that. I appreciate that. I seen that. So yeah. But I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna end this live, guys. I think I touched on everything. I'll probably be back at you guys tomorrow. I'm probably gonna start doing a lot of these live streams. Um, I wanna. Man, I'm trying to say. I was gonna start a fasting group. I'm gonna start. I'm gonna get on that tonight. I'm gonna go on the. I'm gonna make a Facebook fasting group, and I'm gonna make one on. There's an app. I'm gonna make a fasting group, and I'm gonna drop the link, and I'm gonna start doing my fast on that group, and anybody who wants to join can join. And it's not gonna be some shit where like you'll see people say like you got all these bum ass channels like, oh, we're gonna start our fast on the 21st and we're gonna go to the 29th. I'm not doing that bullshit. No, it's fasting group. If you fasting for 2 days, then state you're fasting and then go from there. If somebody else is fasting and you're fasting, then you can fast consecutively with each other, and that's it. But it's not going to be we start on this day, because this is a lifestyle. We should be doing it every day. This is not something we just do because if you fast once a year, like they'll tell you fat like the fucking those funky ass dirty dress wearing Muslims, they'll fast once a year during that bullshit Ramadan. Fuck Ramadan, nigga. You ain't healthy just because you fast once time a year, especially when you eating that greasy ass rice pilaf and fucking lamb chops them fucking Muslims be eating. You're eating that 300 days out of the year and only like 60 days out of the year you're fasting. That's you're not doing anything. You're not doing anything. And you're not even fasting for that long. They're only fasting for like the end of the day. Like, what the fuck is that? That's nothing really. So they try to act like that's healthy and shit, or intermittent, or I fast once a year. That's not enough. Because once you fast once a year, you go back to your lifestyle. Then, because when you're fasting, you're healing the body. When you're not fasting, the body is decaying and dying, or it's decaying. It's not living. It's dying. So it's either or. So if you fast once a month or like a week out of the year, your body was only healing for a year and then it went sick. So what the fuck is the point of that? So that's why I say is the lifestyle. But I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna end this. I'm gonna end this live stream, guys.